Welcome back to the Victorian haunted house, you adorable sugar-covered delight. This is the third part in the series where every room is a different spooky Halloween theme, and today we're building a mad scientist kitchen, which I think is quite fitting since scientists do their work in a laboratory and needs to be quite sterile and such, so yeah, it just makes perfect sense that the wheel would land on this theme for the kitchen. I had a ton of fun building this kitchen with the help of you all, because I built this live on Twitch earlier this week, and it was so much fun hearing all of your ideas and input. And I was honestly flabbergasted at the level of strong opinions later in the video when we get to furnishing the bathroom. Yes, indeedy, we have bathroom preferences, people, and I do my best. I do my best to accommodate. You'll see later. Now, we are starting out, as always, selecting flooring and wallpaper first. We picked the rough and tumble tile from the werewolves pack, and I think the wallpaper is from Spa Day, because we're going for a very clinical feel in here. Now, I waffled back and forth on which counters to use, because this is a kitchen, after all, that we have to have counters and appliances and stuff, but the Twitch chat eventually sets me straight and suggests that we use these steel or metal countertops, which I totally agree with. It would be much more practical for a mad scientist to wipe blood and guts off of a metal countertop. This room in particular was a unique and fun challenge because we had to balance Victorian on one hand, but also kind of this like futuristic scientific vibe that comes to mind when you think of a mad scientist. And I thought we were going to be pulling a lot from the Strangerville pack, but I forgot all about the scientist career from Get to Work. We actually pull a lot from that pack, which is like, of course, how could I forget? But Get to Work came out almost a decade ago. So I'm pulling out clutter, and I failed to clarify my workflow, because as I'm dragging just a ton of shit out from debug, one of my viewers, who is a dear friend, he says something like, "Oh hey, just wondering, not trying to be rude, just constructive criticism, but it looks a little cluttered." And I just found that hilarious, because yes, to anyone who's seeing this, it would just look like a cluttered mess as I'm pulling out stuff. I pull out basically anything. My general workflow is I first build the bones of the room, like flooring and wallpaper, the main furnishings, and then I just dig into the catalog and pull out pretty much everything and anything that I think could be fun for detailing the build. Even if I don't think I'll really use it, I bring it out just in case. And then I go and see how things fit within the space and what looks good together, and it's kind of a process of elimination. So I am still pulling out what will eventually be used to clutter and detail here. This honestly takes the longest in any of my builds, but it's the part I enjoy the most, and I try and take my time with it. The details, the cluttering, it really elevates a room to the next level, and it takes it in a direction often, I find, that you didn't expect it to go at all. So I kind of like just riding out the journey of what you find in debug that particular day. I think I find something new every single build, and the detailing, you know, it's worth the time because it really elevates a room to the next level. It makes it feel so much more cinematic and like a true environment rather than just a room in The Sims, you know? And particular shout out to Clemson Mech, who basically carries my Sims 4 streams on his back, because he reminds me to, like every 30 minutes, he reminds me to save the game. And I have had a game crash live on stream and lost a significant amount of progress. So, you know, my boy is really looking out. He's a real one. Thank you, Clem. And if you too would like to continuously remind me to do simple things, like remembering to drink water and save the game, please do come and join us. I may be partial and totally not objective, but I have to say that my Twitch community is honestly one of the best on the platform. I seriously belly laugh every single day because of you all. You're just so funny and quippy and an absolute delight. And we are a bit of filthy heathens. Okay, we do like our pee-pee jokes, but it's all in great fun. It's all in great fun. And the amount of oogly googly mooglies redeems that I had to cut out of this video is absurd. Okay, and if you're part of the Twitch community, you'll know what that means. Now, at some point, as I'm just cluttering the ever-living shit out of this room, I realize that this is a kitchen, and it does have to function as one. So I have to leave at least one counter space clear for cooking. So I do rearrange a little bit. We had a coffee machine because every great mind is fueled by caffeine. And we do some finishing touches with the lighting and whatnot. And I do believe we are almost done here with the kitchen. And we'll be moving into the bathroom for the last few minutes of the video. So behind these stairs, you can see a bit of an awkward hallway, and it's really the only way to get into the bathroom. But I figured, I don't know, with these old Victorian houses, they had quite strange layouts due to maybe modernization and remodeling over the years. So ultimately we just open up the wall and make it a true hallway, and we picked this a fun arched doorway with a crystal knob from Strangerville pack, I think. Now, here's where I discover that people have very strong opinions on the functional bathroom design. And I mean, honestly, I go into the bathroom, I take a poo, I close the lid, I wash my hands, and that's it. I don't really think about it. But clearly I need to. Clearly, I need to be thinking about it because I'm missing quite a few variables in my toilet experience equation here, okay? Number one, no wood floors, as poo particles will nestle themselves into the cracks and crevices of the flooring and give you a disease. Number two, absolutely no fabric of any kind. Apparently because fabric is just constantly absorbing poo germs at such a rate that you would have to honestly replace your curtains once a week. Once a week if you're a disgusting human, more frequently, ideally. So it's best just to not have any fabric in the room. And finally, number three, your toothbrushes need to be kept at least at a 90-degree angle away from the splash zone. Ideally around a 90-degree corner. Or even better yet, behind a closed door. Because you do not want to contaminate the bristles with bum juice, okay? So now you know. Now you're caught up. Anyways, as a continuation to a joke made in part one of the series, we decide that the toilet must sit directly in the middle of the room. And I kind of try to weasel my way out of it, you might have seen, but chat, of course, overrules me. So I build this kind of bump out that theoretically would house some plumbing and such, but it creates this perfect little alcove for the sink on one side and the shower on the other. It works out quite well. Oh my lord, words are hard. Quite well. It's a floor plan I would not have ever thought to use without all y'all's input. So really the gold medal goes to you. And we do as you can see here, we're kind of play testing this. We did try and put a door there because obviously that's the ideal level of care you want to take with your poop splash zone. But it didn't work. We had to just really take one for the team and take out the door. I'm sorry, Noelle. I'm so sorry. Anyways, folks, that is it for this video. We have completed the first floor of the Victorian house. I am very proud. I'm very proud of this ridiculous project. We'll be moving up to the upstairs in the continuation of this series, so do be on the lookout for it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.